I saw my parents' anniversary dinner on Instagram. I dressed up, drove over. The guard said she instructed us not to let you in. I called my sister. She whispered, "You weren't invited. There's no seat for strangers." Hey everyone, before we dive in, I have a quick favor to ask. If you enjoy content like this, please hit the subscribe button. It's free, supports the channel, and ensures you never miss out on amazing videos. All right, let's get started. 40 minutes later, my card buzzed, $6,800. As an apology for your absence, I made one call. Just as dessert was served, a waiter walked in holding a small secret box with my name on it. And after they opened it, no one took another bite. I wasn't planning to go anywhere that night. Just me, my couch, and a cheap bottle of red I picked up on the way home from a 12-hour shift. Shoes still on, jacket still zipped, I was that kind of tired. Then I opened Instagram. Top of my feed, my mom smiling wide, glass raised, caption, "Surprise anniversary dinner for the best husband and father." Next photo, my dad laughing, surrounded by candles, cake, linen, napkins. Third, my sister in a dress I paid for last Christmas, arm in arm with her fiancé, toasting the happy couple. Fourth, a long table, 15 seats, everyone I knew except me. I scrolled again, slower this time, like maybe I missed something. A tag, a mention, a text, nothing. I sat there blinking, bottle unopened in my hand. Then I did something stupid. I got dressed, pressed my one decent shirt, found the watch my mom gave me years ago, grabbed a card I'd picked up weeks earlier, blank inside, still sealed, and I drove. The restaurant was 22 minutes away. Every light felt like an omen. I parked 3 blocks down because the valet lane was full. The place was glowing. Tall windows, gold trim, a violin playing somewhere I couldn't see. I walked up to the host, gave my name. He blinked, checked the list, then stepped aside for someone else to answer. The guard, bigger than I remembered, probably knew. He looked down, adjusted his earpiece, then leaned in. "She instructed us not to let you in. Said you're not on the list." Said, and I quote, "There's no seat for strangers." I thought I misheard him. I didn't. I opened my phone. No missed calls, no apologies, no explanations. So I called my sister. She picked up after the second ring, then whispered like she was hiding in a coat closet or a bathroom stall. "You weren't invited. It's complicated. Please don't make this a thing." Then she hung up. I stood there for a full minute, then another. Eventually, I nodded, said thanks to the guard, turned around, walked back to my car, didn't cry, didn't scream, just sat there staring at the dashboard. The engine still off, watching guests through the window lift their forks. Laugh, toast, like I didn't exist. Then my phone buzzed. I looked down. $6,800 pulled from my secondary card. Memo, family dinner. Thank you again. A second buzz, same card. Another $400, flowers and custom cake. And a third, final invoice paid in full. I smiled just once. Not from joy, from clarity. They didn't forget me. They used me. They always said I was too busy. Workaholic. Never picks up the phone. Probably forgot it's Christmas again. I didn't forget. I just stopped trying to show up where I was always a footnote. The last time I was invited to a family dinner, it was my mom's birthday, 3 years ago. I paid for everything. The restaurant, the decorations, the Uber for grandma, and when I got there, they'd already finished the cake. No one noticed I was an hour late because no one noticed I was coming. My name wasn't on the card. The gift they handed her, a group present, bought with my money, signed by everyone else. I remember Mom smiling, tearing up, and hugging my sister. "Thank you," she said. "You always know what I like." I'd wired the money 2 days earlier. They just forwarded it to her from the joint family account. No mention, no nod, not even a glance. That night, I went home and wrote a note in my phone. "Next year, don't bother." I never deleted it. The year after that, for Father's Day, I sent a leather-bound journal to Dad. Monogrammed, expensive. No response. Just a text from my sister. "Hey, can you also help cover the recliner we got him?" It was a little over budget, like $300. "I'll send the receipt." No greeting, no question, just expectation. Then there was my niece's graduation. I booked the venue, ordered catering. I was told I couldn't make it, COVID capacity limits. But I saw the photos, 20 people and a banner that read, "Thanks to Aunt Lily and Uncle Mark for making this happen." I am not Uncle Mark. Lily is my sister. Mark is her fiancé. They used my money, put his name on it. That was the pattern. I paid. They smiled. And when I asked just once if we could maybe talk about budgeting or splitting costs, I got hit with, "It's not about money. Don't make this transactional. You're the one who chose that life." We didn't. That life. I worked 60-hour weeks, lived in a 1-bedroom apartment with creaky floors and no view. I didn't have a dog or a partner or even a full set of dishes. I sent money every month because Mom said rent was tight. I covered the electric bill when my sister's creative business flopped. I paid for Dad's new dentures, then got told I never show up when it matters. When I offered to fly home last Thanksgiving, my sister texted back, "Actually, we're keeping it small this year, just nuclear fam." I stared at that text longer than I'd admit. I thought I was nuclear fam. Turns out I'm just the reactor. They take the heat, leave me the waste. Even the dinner I saw on Instagram, the one I wasn't invited to, it wasn't spontaneous. 3 weeks earlier, Mom had called me, said she was just venting. She and Dad were sad they hadn't done anything big for their anniversary. That after 35 years, maybe they deserved something, but restaurants were expensive, and she didn't want to put pressure on anyone. I remember sitting on the edge of my bed, looking at my checking account and then saying, "If you find a place, I'll take care of it." You deserve something nice. She sniffled, said I was too good to them, said they'd figure something simple out. That was the end of it. I never heard back until Instagram told me the rest. Until I saw the linen napkins, the plated halibut, the imported wine, the custom cake with 3 tiers and gold leaf initials. I knew that cake. I knew that bakery because I paid for that bakery's Christmas fundraiser last year. They gave me a discount, probably the same one they used this time. And the table in the photo. That table sat 15 plates, 15 people for generations, no seat for strangers. That phrase wouldn't leave my head. Not he's not coming, not he's out of town, not we forgot. No, there's no seat for strangers. Like I was a guest in my own family, an outsider with a credit card. They didn't forget me, they counted on me, and then they counted me out. And when I saw that charge hit my account, $1,600 plus tax, I didn't scream. I didn't reply, I just breathed. It was the first clear breath I'd taken in years. Then I made one call. The silence didn't bother me anymore. I was getting used to it. I sat in the car, engine off, radio off, phone in my lap, watching the glass walls of the restaurant shimmer under soft yellow light. Forks clinked, people laughed, my money kept their wine glasses full. For years, I thought love meant paying without being asked, without keeping score, without expecting a thank you. But this wasn't love. It was debt collection. And I wasn't the one in debt. I opened my banking app. 2 cards, one main, one backup. The backup was linked to the family account. They used it for emergencies, rent, prescriptions, repairs. That's what Mom always said. There was nothing left to repair. The transaction log told the whole story. $2,900, Laras banquet, full service deposit, $1,700, floral design, customized centerpiece arrangement, $1,500, wine pairing upgrade, $638, tiered cake, $24K, $560, violinist 2 hours, 46 ambient set, $11.80, valet service for guests, handwritten menu cards with guests' names. I zoomed in on that last line, guest names. So it wasn't a mistake, it wasn't an oversight. It was planned meticulously. They knew I wasn't invited. They printed proof of it on cardstock. My breath steadied. I tapped more, scrolled to the bottom, found the section labeled linked accounts, clicked unlink family, clicked confirm. Then I opened messages, found a number I hadn't used in a while. Gabriel, the manager of a private dining service I once used for a work event. I typed, need a custom delivery tonight, time sensitive, 1 box, 1 name, discreet. He replied in 60 seconds. Always. What's the tone? I paused, then wrote, clarity. I pulled out of the parking spot. Didn't rush. Didn't look back. Just drove home with the windows down, letting the night air settle into my skin. By the time I parked, the plan was already in motion. Gabriel had dispatched a waiter, suited, silent, perfectly on time. The box had been packed, matte black, no markings, just a small silver plaque on top. My name. Nothing else. Inside the box that took longer to prepare, I opened the folder I kept in my desk drawer, the one no one knew existed. It contained years of receipts, every transfer, every Venmo, every can you cover me this once, color-coded, itemized. Rent for Mom and Dad's house, 18 months. Private school tuition for my niece, 2 semesters. Lily's failed Etsy business for $1,800 in materials. Dad's dental work, Mom's hip consultation. Groceries, flights, hotel rooms, spa days, all funded by me. None of it repaid, none of it acknowledged. I printed the summary. Page 1, total amount given, $48,735. Page 2, total received in return. Then I added a 3rd page, a letter, short, measured, typed in bold black font. This box is not about anger, it's not revenge, it's math. For years I paid for love I never received. I gave because I believed I belonged. This dinner showed me otherwise. From this moment on, I am no longer your silent sponsor. I am no longer the backup plan. I am no longer available for quiet use. Let this be your clarity. Let this be your last withdrawal. I signed it. No name, just my initial. I folded all 3 pages, placed them inside the box along with a single photograph. It was from 10 years ago, my parents' 25th anniversary, the last one I was allowed to attend. I had organized it myself. Backyard lanterns, folding chairs, catering from a friend. My sister gave a speech. My dad cried. Mom hugged me and said, "You'll make a great husband." One day, that photo showed her mid-hug, arms around me, glass in hand. She was smiling. I flipped it over and wrote on the back, "This was the last time I thought I mattered." Box closed, box delivered. Gabriel sent a photo once it was placed on the table, right after dessert. A room full of full bellies and full glasses and 1 sealed box with 1 name, mine. They didn't see it arrive at first. The box, it was silent, like me. 1 waiter stepped forward during dessert. No tray, no plates, just 1 matte black package with a small silver plaque on top. 4 words, my full name. Gabriel sent me a photo as he backed away. My father had just set down his fork. My mother was mid-laugh, holding her wine glass and 2 fingers like she always did when she was proud of something. She was proud tonight. Why wouldn't she be? Everything was perfect. The music, the table, the people, the flowers. The waiter placed the box carefully between the wine bottle and the centerpiece, then gave a small bow and left. Silence followed. No one reached for it right away. They stared. My sister was the first to move. She leaned in, reading the plaque. Her expression changed like someone had just turned down the lights. "What is it?" her fiancé asked. She didn't answer. Instead, she looked at Mom, then Dad, then finally lifted the lid. It didn't snap open. No fanfare. Just 3 pages and 1 photograph resting inside. 3 sheets of paper. 1 truth. They unfolded the top sheet. Page 1, a ledger, itemized, dated, color-coded. Every transaction I had covered for the last 7 years. The vacations, the car repairs, the orthodontist bill, the deposit for the piano they gifted to my cousin's daughter. All of it to the cent. Dad blinked. The second page. Page 2, a single number. Total given $48,735. Total returned 0. Silence. Even the violinist stopped playing. Page 3, the letter. Mom read it aloud. Her voice cracked on the second line. This box is not about anger. It's not revenge. It's math. For years I paid for love I never received. She stopped halfway. Her hands were shaking. Someone tried to speak. Grandma, maybe, but she stopped when she saw the photograph. It sat there like a wound. 10 years ago. Backyard dinner. My arm around Mom, her smiling into my shoulder. They flipped it over. Read the message scrolled in ink. This was the last time I thought I mattered. Then came the shift. You know that moment when a room changes temperature without warning, when people stop chewing, when cutlery freezes midair, when contact becomes a liability. That moment. It happened all at once. No one said my name, but they felt it. Every single one of them. Not just Mom and Dad, my sister, her fiancé, my aunt who once texted me, "You're the only dependable one in this family." My uncle who borrowed $1,000 for a medical emergency that turned out to be a flat screen. My cousin who moved into my old apartment rent-free and never said thank you. They were all there, all full, all guilty. I didn't need to be in that room. I was everywhere in it. In the napkins, in the imported wine, in the gold flakes on the cake. They had eaten my presence and toasted to my absence. And now they were choking on the bill. Mom set down the paper. She tried to pass it to Dad. He refused to take it. Instead, he stood, looked at the box, then down at the photo. He didn't speak, didn't sit, didn't blink. My sister whispered something under her breath. No one heard it. No one responded because there was nothing to say. Not when you realize the quiet one was watching, calculating, documenting, and waiting. Not for applause, not for guilt, but for the exact moment they'd finally see themselves clearly. And they did. That night, nobody finished dessert. Nobody toasted again. Nobody opened their mouths. Because the only thing that got served after that box was silence. I didn't check my phone that night. Not once. No calls, no messages, no sudden voice memos, no blurry photos from the dinner, no we need to talk. Nothing. Just silence. And honestly, it was the most honest thing they'd given me in years. They finally stopped pretending. Stopped pretending I was part of it. Part of them. Part of the photo albums, the group texts, the holiday toasts, and I finally stopped hoping. I slept better than I had in months. Not because everything was fixed, but because the pretending was over. The next morning, sunlight cut across my floor at exactly 6:42 a.m. I didn't draw the curtains. I wanted to feel it, that warmth, that clarity, that confirmation I was still here, still standing. I made coffee, the good kind, sat by the window in my threadbare hoodie, and watched a city that owed me nothing breathe. People walked dogs. Trucks rumbled past. Some kid kicked a soccer ball against the wall, like the world hadn't just shifted. And I smiled because maybe it hadn't. Maybe it was just me. I opened my inbox. One new email. Subject line. Invoice paid. Latte-ass banquet automatically forwarded from my backup card. The one I deactivated less than 12 hours earlier. They tried to run the final balance. Like nothing had happened. Like their night wasn't funded with silence and sugar. It bounced. The account no longer existed. Neither did that version of me. 10 minutes later, a text from Lily. What was that? No greeting, no apology, no, are you okay? Just a jab, a deflection. I didn't reply. 5 minutes later, another one. You embarrassed, Mom. Dad's furious. Was this your goal? To ruin their night? I stared at the screen. I could feel the old instincts kicking in, the urge to explain, to clarify, to soften the blow she delivered to me in 1,000 small ways for years. But I didn't. Instead, I answered her the only way that mattered. You ruined it when you planned it without me. I hit send, blocked her, and let the silence return. It was heavier now, but not cold, just full, like a door that finally closed. That evening, someone rang my doorbell. I wasn't expecting anyone. I looked through the peephole. My stomach dropped. Mom alone. No bag, no flowers, no dramatic pose, just her standing quietly in the hallway, holding something against her chest. The box? Same matte black surface, same silver plaque, same weight. I opened the door, didn't speak, didn't move. She looked up. Her eyes weren't red. Not like someone who'd been crying, but they were softer, less sure. Her voice was quieter than I'd ever heard it. Can we talk still? I didn't move, didn't invite her in, didn't unlock that part of me. She shifted the box in her hands. I read it again this morning. I think I finally saw it. Silence. You were never a stranger, she said. We just treated you like one. My throat tightened, but I didn't flinch. Because this wasn't the moment for comfort. This was the moment for truth. I nodded toward the bench outside. She followed. We sat. She placed the box gently on her lap like it might break, like I might. I don't know how to fix this, she said. I don't even know where to start. I watched a car pass, a couple laughing in the back seat, someone else's moment, someone else's noise. Then I looked at her. It's not yours to fix anymore. She blinked, nodded, didn't argue, then handed me something. An envelope, inside a photograph, the same one I had sent them, but this one had writing on the back. Not mine, hers. I forgot how much he gave us. I remember now for a second. I didn't move, just held it. Felt the years in the paper, felt the weight in my hand, then I gave it back gently. I don't need reminders. I need peace. That was the first time I saw her shoulders fall, like something inside her gave up, not in defeat, but in release. We sat a little longer, neither of us filling the space, just breathing in it. Eventually she stood. "Your seat will always be there," she said, "if you ever want it." I didn't answer. She waited, then turned, walked back the way she came, box in hand, lighter now, maybe emptier. I watched her disappear down the steps, closed the door, locked it, then made tea, sat at my kitchen table alone, but not lonely. Not anymore. I looked around my quiet apartment, books on the shelf, shoes by the door, keys in the bowl, everything where I left it, everything I built, paid for, earned, and whispered to no one. I brought my own chair. It's been a year. No calls on my birthday. No card in the mail. No, we've been thinking about you. No awkward forwarded memes from Aunt June. And for the first time in decades, I didn't wait for any of it. I woke up, went for a run, grabbed coffee from the place around the corner where they know my name and my order, and spent the day hiking alone through the hills outside the city. Silence wasn't a punishment anymore. It was a gift I gave myself. I still remember the dinner, not because I was there, but because of what came after. 3 days later, Dad sent me a check, $48,735. Exactly what I'd written in the ledger. No note, no apology, just a number. I didn't cash it. I didn't rip it up either. I pinned it to my fridge, not for revenge or proof. Proof that they saw it, that they couldn't unsee it. Lily, she unblocked me in February, then sent a photo of her wedding invitation. They moved the date, the venue, even the guest list, she said. Thought you might want to come this time. No, sorry, just a photo. I didn't respond. That silence spoke louder than her whole speech would have. I found out later, she uninvited 3 people after they defended me in the group chat, said they were creating division. Translation, they made her feel something. Gabriel told me Mom still brings up the box sometimes. Never in detail. Just calls it that moment, like it's a ghost in the hallway. Apparently, she keeps it top shelf in her closet next to the photos she used to hang in the living room. That part, yeah, it stung, but not as much as it used to. Because here's the thing. I didn't vanish. I didn't explode. I unsubscribed from the emotional subscription service. I never signed up for the monthly guilt. The passive-aggressive invoices paid in silence. The but we're family loyalty discounts, all canceled. And once you cancel something broken, you start building something real. I started hosting Friday dinners, just 6 people, friends, neighbors, a coworker who once called me the quiet one who actually listens. We don't wear fancy clothes, we don't assign seats, we pass bread with our hands and laugh too loud and sometimes forget the wine in the freezer. But every week, someone brings something, a pie, a playlist, a story. No one shows up empty, no one shows up just to take. And last night, we were cleaning up after dessert when I noticed something strange. There was an extra chair, one more than I'd put out. I almost moved it. Then I smiled and left it there.